We're learning Tanya Igeres Hakodesh Epistle 1, and today's Hay of, the outside of the Rizal. In this epistle, the Alter Rebbe is encouraging his Hasidim to intensify the Torah study and prayer. The need for prayer to be slow-paced, and only those who comply should lead communal prayer services. ועתו הפעם הנני יוסף שניס יודי בסרס ביור, ובקושו כפולו, שטוחו ופרוסו לפני כל אנשי שלוימים הקריבים הרחיקים לקיים עליהם. Now once more I put forth my hand a second time with an additional explanation and a twofold request extended and proposed to all men of the Hasidic Brotherhood, those who are near and those who are far, to undertake the following. Shekol yemei hachoil lo yirdu lifnei hateva bal hasokim she'en lahem pnai kol kach. During weekdays, business people should not go to lead prayers. They should not be the chazan. They should not go for the Amud. Why? Mikavan she'en lahem pnai kol kach. They don't have enough time. Only those who have time should lead the prayers, such as teachers or those who are supported by their parents, who at the morning service are able to pray at length for at least about an hour and a half on all weekdays. One of them should step down before the ark, chosen by lot or by consent of the majority of the congregants. He should gather around him all those who are supported by their parents or teachers, who are able to pray at length like himself, and will thus not be distracted by the haste of others. This arrangement is not to be changed, I beg and beseech you. I think this is where the Chedush Sheni Minyan, the second Minyan, came into most Lubavitch shuls. It said it's Lubavitch shul is when there is a second Minyan, is another Chedush Sheni Minyan, that those who have a little bit more time and can daven at length.
I know Morristown they had it. I never was there for it.
Chabad, I saw it many times. Ach b'Shabbos yom tevim shegam kol ba'al hasokim shlem pnai shasakei shachvos b'chavonas libo v'nafsho navai. Comes to Shabbos and festivals. However, when all the businessmen too have the time and opportunity to pray at length, devoutly concentrating their heart and soul to God, ve'adrabah. Moreover, the duty to do so is much greater, as meaning the duty of the business people is much greater, as is stated in Shulchan Aruch Chaim. The Rebbe also notes that there's a mimer that discusses this concept entitled Me'itnecho in Torah Or. Me'itnecho ke'achli. It's a statement from Song of Songs, but the mimer in Torah Or. Moshe kosu b'seros Moshe sheish yom tav yom hashvi Shabbos la'avai leikecho. Sheish yom tav itchulu. As it is written in the Torah of Moshe, 6 days shall you work, and the 7th day is a Shabbos unto Hashem your God. Daika kulo la'avai. Hashem your God, stating clearly that the Shabbos is to be devoted wholly unto God. Unlike the festivals which are partially unto God and partially unto you, the Shabbos ought to be wholly dedicated to spiritual matters. Since the reason for this is that it was preceded by 6 mundane days of labor, it follows that those who are engaged in this labor during the weekdays, businessmen and the like, should surely utilize the Shabbos only unto God. And therefore, on Shabbos and festivals, therefore, they too can step down before the ark. According to Lat or by assent of the majority, acceptance of the majority, as I wrote last year. Moreover, it should be made known that, God willing, it is my intention the Alter Rebbe writes to send spies secretly to all congregations, to find out and to notify about anyone who has the ability and the time to worship at length and to meditate while at prayer, but it's slothful, is lazy, slothful, lazy. He shall be punished by estrangement, being distanced by both hands when he comes here to hear Hasidic teachings. In other words, the Alter Rebbe says, you want to come to learn Hasidus, to learn Hasidic teachings and not practice it, I will reject you with two hands. Yeah. You're not going to be accepted. But if you pray properly, you have the time, and you pray properly, then you will be accepted. Obviously, and from the negative, you may infer the positive, that those who are more generous in the time they devote to their prayers, they'll devote more time for their prayers, will be assured of a warm welcome. Pleasant be the lot of those who hearken, and those who listen. May the blessing of goodness light upon them. And there is no good but Torah. So Shabbos is a day, the takeaway from today's essay, we'll end off with this. Shabbos is a day for God. You don't work, so you have time for Hashem. You have time for God. Take your time in prayer. Pray diligently, emotionally, and powerfully. Bruchim Tiyu. God bless you all.